Hello everyone and welcome back to CodeChef. So far we have learned how to create classes and objects. Now it's time to understand how real-world software avoids repetition and grows efficiently. In this video, we are going to explore inheritance in C++, which is a powerful OOP concept that helps you reuse code, organize programs better, and build scalable applications. We will cover public, private, and protected inheritance, understand multi-level inheritance, and also learn about function overloading with easy examples. So let's get started. What is inheritance? Inheritance is an object-oriented programming concept where one class acquires the properties and behavior of another class. The class whose properties are inherited is called the base class or the parent class, and the class that inherits those properties is called the derived class or child class. So there are different types of inheritance. Let's start with public inheritance. Public inheritance is the most commonly used type of inheritance. It has certain rules that public members remain public, protected members remain protected, and private members are not accessible directly. Its syntax is class derived, public base class, curly brace begin, then additional member of the derived class, curly brace close, and semicolon. Now let us go to the CodeChef platform and see how to perform public inheritance in C++. Here the program objective is inheriting with public. The expected output is device powered on, battery level 85%, app launched camera. Coming to the code, hash include IOStream using namespace std semicolon. Then class device, curly brace begin, public int battery is equal to 85 semicolon. Then void power on braces because it's a method. Then curly brace begin for this method. Cout in double inverted commas, device powered on, endl semicolon, bracket close for void power on method. Then we have another method in this class, void show battery, then brackets, curly brace begin for the function, cout in double inverted commas, battery level then the value of variable battery, which is 85, will be printed. Then percentage symbol in double inverted commas, endl and semicolon, bracket close for void show battery function, and then bracket close for class semicolon. So as you can see, all these data member and member functions of the class device are public. So that is why we can perform public inheritance in this case. Then class smartphone public device. So here we are creating a new class that is smartphone, and in that we are inheriting all the properties of the class device. And since this is public inheritance, we are using the keyword public. Curly brace opens, then public string app is equal to in double inverted commas camera and semicolon. Then we have a method in this class, void launch app, brackets, curly brace begin for this method, cout in double inverted commas app launched then the value of variable app will be printed, endl and semicolon, bracket close for the method, then bracket close for the class smartphone and semicolon. Then int main brackets, curly brace begin for the main function. We are making an object of the class smartphone, phone and semicolon. Now using the object of this class, we are going to call all the methods which are created in this class smartphone plus which are inherited into this class from the class device. So phone.poweron bracket semicolon, this is a function call using the class object. Then phone.showBattery brackets and semicolon. Then phone.launchApp brackets and semicolon. Return 0 semicolon, and the main function ends here. Now let us run the program to see the output. Device powered on, battery level colon 85%, app launch colon camera. So we have accessed all the functions in the class smartphone by using the concept of public inheritance. Private inheritance. In private inheritance, the base class members become more restricted, which means public members become private, protected members become private, and private members are not accessible. Its syntax is class derived class colon private base class. Curly brace begin, then members of the derived class, and curly brace close for derived class and semicolon. Now let us go to the CodeChef platform and see how to perform private inheritance in C++. The program objective is using private inheritance, and the expected output is employee record created, name colon John, working as developer. Coming to the code, hash include IOStream using namespace std semicolon. Then we have created a class employee. Curly brace begin for the class code public. So we are declaring these members as public colon employee brackets. So here we have created a constructor for the class employee. Curly brace open, cout in double inverted commas employee record created endl semicolon, and curly brace close for the constructor code. Now we are creating another method in this class, void show name brackets, then curly brace begin, cout in double inverted commas name colon John endl semicolon, curly brace close for the show name method, curly brace close for employee class and semicolon. Now we are performing private inheritance. So class developer, we are creating a new class which is the derived class, then colon private employee. So we are inheriting the class employee privately. Curly brace begin for the class developer, then public colon, now another constructor for the class developer. Now inside this constructor we are calling the method show name. So show name semicolon, then cout in double inverted commas working as developer endl semicolon, curly brace closed for the developer constructor, curly brace close for class developer and semicolon. Then int main brackets, now curly brace begin for the main function developer d semicolon. So here we have created an object of the class developer d, but since the method show name is private in class developer, so that is why we cannot write d.showName, but it will automatically call the function with the creation of this object. Return 0 semicolon and the main function ends here. Now let us run the program to see the output. Employee record created, name colon John, working as developer. Next is protected inheritance. Protected inheritance lies between public and private inheritance, which means in this type of inheritance, public members become protected, protected members remain protected, and private members are not accessible. Its syntax is class, which is derived class, then colon protected keyword because this is protected inheritance, and then name of the base class. Curly brace begin. Now here public and protected members of base class become protected. Curly brace close for derived class code and semicolon. Now let us go to the CodeChef platform to see how to perform protected inheritance. The program objective is using protected inheritance. Expected output is vehicle registered ID colon 4567 ready for delivery. Coming to the code, hash include IOStream using namespace std semicolon. Then we have the base class vehicle. Curly brace begin for the class public colon void register vehicle. Now in bracket we have passed a parameter int id. Bracket close and curly brace begin for the method vehicle id is equal to id semicolon cout in double inverted commas vehicle registered endl semicolon. Bracket close for the method. Now we have some protected members. So protected colon int vehicle id semicolon. Then we have a method void show id brackets inside curly braces, cout in double inverted commas id colon. Then the value of vehicle id will be printed, endl semicolon, bracket close for show id method, bracket close for the class and semicolon. Now we have the derived class, that is class truck. So class truck colon protected, because we are performing protected inheritance, and vehicle, which is the name of the base class. Curly brace begin for the class truck, public colon void setup delivery. Now in bracket we have passed parameter int id, curly brace begin, register vehicle, inside bracket we have passed the parameter id, bracket close and semicolon. Then show id, brackets and semicolon. We are calling register vehicle method like this because it is becoming protected after being called here in the truck class, and we are calling show id method like this because it is already protected in the base class. Then cout in double inverted commas ready for delivery, endl semicolon, bracket close for the void setup delivery method, bracket close for class truck and semicolon. Curly brace begin for the main function truck t. So we have made an object of the class truck t dot setup delivery. Now inside the bracket we have entered value 4567. So for variable id the value which will be taken is 4567, bracket close and semicolon, return 0 semicolon, and the main function ends here. Now let us run the program to see the output. Vehicle registered id colon 4567 ready for delivery. Next is multi-level inheritance. In multi-level inheritance, a class is derived from another derived class. That means there is one class which is like a grandparent, then it will be inherited to another class which is the parent class, and then the parent class will be inherited to another class, that is the child class. So this is known as multi-level inheritance. Having a look at the syntax, class grandparent, curly brace begin, so it will have some code of its own, curly brace close and semicolon. Then we have class parent, in which we are inheriting the properties of class grandparent. Again curly brace begin for the parent class members, then curly brace close and semicolon. Then we have a third class which is class child, and we are inheriting the properties of class parent in this. Then curly brace begin for the child class members, curly brace close and semicolon. So we can have any number of classes to perform multi-level inheritance. Now let us go to the CodeChef platform to see how it works. Here the program objective is multi-level inheritance in C++. And the expected output is animal characteristics, species colon canine, mammal characteristics has fur colon yes, dog characteristics breed colon golden retriever. Coming to the code, hash include iostream using namespace std semicolon. So here we have a grandparent class, that is class animal. So class animal, then curly brace begin for the class, public colon, then string species semicolon. Now animal, so this is a constructor, animal brackets, and then curly brace begin for the constructor, species is equal to in double inverted commas unknown animal and semicolon, bracket close for the constructor. Then we have a method here void display animal info, brackets in curly brace, cout in double inverted commas animal characteristics, endl semicolon, then cout in double inverted commas species colon, then the value of variable species will be printed, endl and semicolon, and curly brace close for void display animal info method, curly brace close for the class and semicolon. Then we have another class, that is class mammal, and in this class we are inheriting the properties of class animal. So class animal colon public animal, curly brace begin for class mammal sport, public colon, then bull has fur, semicolon. So mammal brackets, then curly brace begin, has fur is equal to true, semicolon and bracket close for the constructor. Then we have another method, display mammal info, brackets, then curly brace begin for this method, cout in double inverted commas, mammal characteristics, endl semicolon. Then cout in double inverted commas, has fur colon. Now here we have a condition, in bracket, has fur question mark in double inverted commas yes, colon in double inverted commas no, and bracket close, endl semicolon. Bracket close for display mammal info function and bracket close for the class mammal, semicolon. Now we have a third class, that is class dog, and in this class we are inheriting the properties of class mammal. So class dog colon public mammal curly brace begin, then public colon string breed semicolon, dog constructor, so dog brackets, then curly brace begin, breed is equal to in double inverted commas golden retriever semicolon and bracket close for the constructor. Then it has another method, void display dog info, brackets curly brace begin, cout in double inverted commas dog characteristics endl semicolon, cout in double inverted commas breed colon, then the value of variable breed will be printed endl semicolon, bracket close for display dog info method, bracket close for class dog and semicolon. Now we have the main function, int main brackets, then inside curly brace dog my dog semicolon, then my dog dot species is equal to in double inverted commas canine semicolon, then my dog dot has fur is equal to true semicolon, my dog dot breed is equal to in double inverted commas golden retriever and semicolon. Now we are calling all the methods using the object of the class dog. Why? Because both the above classes, that is animal and mammal, are inherited into the class dog at multiple levels, which is basically multi-level inheritance. So my dog dot display animal info brackets semicolon, my dog dot display mammal info brackets semicolon, then my dog dot display dog info brackets and semicolon. Object of return child 0 semicolon, and this is how we perform multi-level inheritance. Now let us run the program to see the output. So this output is exactly similar to the expected output. All the functions are called using the last but not the least, function overloading. Function overloading means multiple functions with the same name but different parameters. Now we have some important points to remember while performing function overloading. First rule is that function name is same. Second, number or type of parameters must be different. Then it happens at compile time, and it is also called compile time polymorphism. Now let us see an example of function overloading on the CodeChef platform. The program objective is function overloading, and the expected output is volume of cube colon 125 cubic units, volume of rectangular prism colon 24 cubic units, volume of sphere colon 113.097 cubic units. Coming to the code, hash include iostream, hash include cmath using namespace std semicolon. So we are using this cmath header file because we want to perform some mathematical operations in this program. Class volume calculator curly brace begin for the class, then public colon double calculate volume. Now inside bracket we have passed parameter inside, curly brace begin for the method calculate volume, then return POW, then in bracket side comma 3 bracket close and semicolon, and bracket close for calculate volume method. Then we have another method double calculate volume. Now inside bracket we have passed three parameters, double length, double width, double height. Bracket close and curly brace begin for the method code. Return length into width into height, semicolon. And then bracket close for the second calculate volume function. So you can see here the name of this function and the name of the second function are same. But the difference is that here we have different data type. Here we have one parameter of type int and here we have three different parameters of type double. Then we have third method whose name is again calculate volume. So double calculate volume. Now inside bracket we have passed the parameter double radius. So here the number of parameter is definitely 1, but if you see in the previous function where we had just one parameter, the data type was int and here it is double. Curly brace begin for the method. Return in bracket 4.0 divided by 3.0 into m underscore pi into 4. Then in bracket radius 3 bracket close and semicolon. So this is the method to find volume of a sphere. Bracket close for calculate volume method, bracket close for class and semicolon. Then int main brackets, curly brace begin for main. Now volume calculator v, semicolon. So here we have created an object of the class volume calculator. Then double cube volume is equal to v dot calculate volume and then we have passed the value of the parameter which is 5. Semicolon. Cout in double inverted commas volume of cube colon, then the value of variable cube will be printed, which is basically the output of this function call. And then in double inverted commas cubic units, ENDL semicolon. Now double prism volume, so we are creating another variable in which we are calling the function v dot calculate volume where we are passing three different parameters. So it is the second function 2.0, 3.0, 4.0 bracket close and semicolon. Cout in double inverted commas volume of rectangular prism colon, then value of prism volume variable will be printed, which is basically the output of the function call calculate volume with three parameters. Then in double inverted commas cubic units, ENDL and semicolon. Now we are declaring a third variable double sphere volume is equal to v dot calculate volume and here we have passed another parameter which is of type double. So it is a call to the third function. Then cout in double inverted commas volume of sphere colon, then value of variable sphere volume will be printed in double inverted commas cubic units, ENDL and semicolon. Return 0 semicolon and the main function ends here. Now let us run the program to see the output. So it is exactly similar to the expected output. And that brings us to the end of this video. Inheritance and function overloading are core concepts of object-oriented programming, and mastering them will make your C++ code cleaner, reusable and more professional. Don't forget to practice using these concepts on the CodeChef platform because practice is where real learning happens. Thank you so much for watching.